no Arab citizen anywhere in the Middle East has the freedom to express himself and to vote and to worship as he feels, as they do in Israel.
Your response.
The first point we have to keep in mind is there is one state from the Mediterranean to the Jordan. That is the state of Israel. And as B'Tselem put it, there is one state, and that state is anchored in the principle of Jewish supremacy. Now, there are unequal levels of Jewish supremacy. In the case of the West Bank and Gaza, West Bank including East Jerusalem and Gaza. In the case of the West Bank, East Jerusalem, including East Jerusalem and Gaza, they have no rights. They have no right to vote. They have no rights whatsoever. They're basically a helot, a slave population.
Is he lying? Does he know this? Because he
then we'll go on. He says, I said there are unequal rights. You have to remember, even in the United States before the Civil War, there were blacks who were free. It wasn't every black person was a slave. But nobody would make the ridiculous claim that blacks enjoyed the free blacks enjoyed equal rights to whites in the pre-Civil War South. So it is true that in the portion, and we have to bear in mind it's just a portion, in the portion of that Israeli state that extends from from the Mediterranean to the Jordan, there's a portion, namely the Palestinian Arabs in Israel, who they have the right to vote. That's correct. They have representatives in the Knesset. That's correct. My last recollection, it could be wrong at this point, but they had one Supreme Court justice. That's correct. But they were also second-class citizens. Nobody disputes that. That's just a silly thing to say. So what one can say is that there is one state, half the population of that one state, or nearly half of the population of that one state, nearly half, it would be about 4.5 million. Nearly half. Nearly half the population has no rights at all and haven't had any rights since 1967. And then the other portion of the Arab population, namely the portion within the state of Israel, that is not the West Bank, not East Jerusalem, not Gaza, but within Israel itself, they enjoy some rights, but they're still, by all reckonings, they're still second-class citizens in 1,000 different ways. It would be very difficult now to go through all the laws on the Israeli books which relegate the Arabs of Israel to a second-class status. You could say, well, no, it wouldn't be exactly right. I can't find the exact analogy, but that's roughly the picture. So we shouldn't forget that when we're talking about Israel at this point, there's only one state. The areas, the West Bank, East Jerusalem, Gaza, they have been effectively and illegally annexed to the state of Israel. They are illegally annexed territories, but part of Israel.
Is this one state you're talking about, is this undisputed? Is this a fact that this is an apartheid
Well, I would
state?
say that two of the human rights reports I referred to, one by Amnesty International, and the other by B'Tselem, describe the whole of Israel as an apartheid state. Human Rights Watch described the West Bank, including East Jerusalem and Gaza, as an apartheid-like state, but they refer to the state of Israel itself as the Arabs having second-class citizenship, but not equal to apartheid.